So tonight we're gonna make sourdough pizza, and we have our sourdough starter. This has been sitting in the fridge for a couple weeks now. We haven't fed it, but if you have an active sourdough starter, you don't have to keep it on the countertop and feed it every single day. To slow down that fermentation process, you can put it in the fridge. It might look like this, where it has some liquid at the top. Make sure there's no mold growing in there. You don't have to dump this out. This is just fine to keep in there. Mix it up so it gets to a nice smooth consistency. There we go. Now it's kind of like that pancake batter dough. It's pretty liquidy. That little bit of hooch that's on top is just fine to keep there. We'll add some flour. We like to use the King Arthur's baking flour. You can grab a spoon, measuring cup. You just want to slowly feed it to get the starter reactivated. And since there's so much liquid in here right now, I'm not adding any water just yet. I want to make sure I can mix in this flour to what's already there. I like to get it off the sides. Add a little bit more. All right, now that we've got that nice and mixed in, I usually heat the water between 95 and 105. I just slowly add little drops of water in, or little bits of water, so I don't add too much and then have to add more flour, and then it just becomes a never-ending cycle of flour and water. You can always add more, but you can't remove it after it's been added in. We already have some active starter. You can use the bread proof, or you can just turn the light on just to keep the temperature at close to room temperature, but not too high to where it's cooking and then killing the starter. But after the starter has gotten activated, you want to look for these little bubbles in here, and then it should start to rise. So if you filled it to about a quarter of the way, you want to see it rise 1 to 2 times the amount that you started with. That's how you know you have a good active starter. Here's the recipe we used for our sourdough pizza dough, using that active starter at the very beginning of the video, along with the rest of the ingredients. Sometimes we'll measure everything out by weight. Today it was measured with cups. All right, so now that the dough has risen, this is what it looks like. Sometimes we'll use a damp cloth to cover the dough while it's in the stove. But the main sound that I like to hear when we're making sourdough bread or just working with sourdough is this hollow sound. It's kind of like a thud, almost like you're trying to find a really ripe watermelon. That's kind of the sound and the feeling that I like to have with the dough when we're working with it. So we're gonna make 4 separate pizzas. So we'll separate out the dough into four dough balls. We'll cover it back up with the damp paper towel, or with the damp towel, let it rest, and then we'll get to shaping and then cooking. All right, so we'll put some flour down so the dough doesn't stick. Spread this all out. And here's our dough. Just let it. Yeah, look at that. We have some nice legs on there. So as the dough starts to fall out, it should leave a pretty clean bowl with minimal dough left behind. Coming out. Pretty good. Just a couple little pieces left in there. Grab these out. Okay. Then just, if you work with sourdough and you make the loaves, we make it into a bowl shape, so it's kind of like a really round dough, or a really round ball that we're gonna do. We're gonna make 4. cut it in half. We'll make 2 balls with this. Okay. And then we'll cut it in half one more time. One, two. All right, now we'll got them separated out into the little smaller balls, out onto our cooking pans or into our cookie sheets. We have some damp towels. Just cover them up with, help keep the moisture in. Then we'll put it back in the oven for about an hour. All right. And just like we did for the sourdough starter, we usually don't put the bake option or the warming option because it puts the oven to about 100 degrees, and depending on where you are, it can overcook the dough. So we usually just keep the light on, or we'll just leave it off after the oven's been on for a while, because there's going to be quite a bit of heat. But we'll leave the dough balls in there covered with the damp towels for about an hour, and then we'll get ready to work with them and cook them up. And now the fun part, we get to decorate. Here's all the fixins. Our sourdough bowls, red sauce, white sauce, and a whole variety that we'll add to pizza pans.
Cigarettes. That was earlier today. Perfect heart.
Nice, dude.
Be careful, dude.
All right, we got our pizzas all decorated and whatnot. Now we'll put it in the oven at 475 for about 15 to 20 minutes. Here they go. All right, 15 minutes is up. First 2 pizzas are done. Let's check them out. Yep. Those are looking good. Timer went off for the second 2. Let's check it out. Nice. Oh. You know what's not nice is sticking your face halfway in there to try to get a picture. Don't do that. But pizzas are looking good. And the pizzas are all done. My oldest daughter decided she could not wait any longer. But here are 3 out of the 4 pizzas. Angus made a heart shape, made a 4 cheese, and my wife made a Alfredo pizza thing. Words. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Have a great day, everybody.